Hello and welcome. This is Faceless Opinion, the Daedric Prince of Criticism and Judgment. Welcome you back to Skyrim Month, the series where we go over Skyrim-related topics throughout the entire month of November. I told you I'd get around to it, and I have. The Daedric artifact list is here, and no, it's not going to be a top 10 list. I am going to go over every single artifact and rank them from worst to best. I hope you're in a comfortable spot, because there are a lot of artifacts that you can get from the Daedric Princes, 19 to be exact. Now, for the record, I am evaluating the artifacts by how good they are in-game. I will not be factoring in what their in-lore feats are, because what they do in the game and what they do in the lore are two different things. With that out of the way, let's dive in and see what I consider to be the best and the worst. This is Daedric Artifacts Ranked. Number 19, the Ring of Hircine. Out of all the Daedric artifacts on this list, I would have to say that this one is definitely at the bottom. The Ring of Hircine grants the wearer unlimited werewolf transformations. On paper, that doesn't sound like a bad thing, mainly since you can only have one transformation a day. But there are two issues with it. The first one is that you need to have lycanthropy for the effect to work. If you don't, then the ring is worthless. The second is that do you really need multiple transformations a day? If you're smart about how you use it and feed often, you could stay in that state for a long time. Besides, if you find a safe spot, you could lay low for 24 hours, so the ring isn't that useful. Number 18, Azura Star. This artifact operates like a soul gem. You can trap souls inside of it and use them for enchanting an item or use it to recharge an enchanted item. What makes it stand out from the average run-of-the-mill soul gem is that you can use it indefinitely. However, only white souls can be used on the star, which mainly consist of animals and creatures. It's useful for enchanting, and that's about it. Number 17, the Black Star. This functions exact same way as Azura Star. The only difference is that it can hold both white and black souls. That means if you want to soul trap a character that you deem unlikable, like Nazim, you can kill him with a soul trap weapon and use his soul for enchanting. It is a step above Azura Star since you're not restricted by what souls you can use, but only slightly. Number 16, the Skeleton Key. Some of you would argue that this should be a lot higher up the list. I disagree with that. Yes, it is a useful tool. An unbreakable lockpick would be invaluable to have, especially if you are a thief, but the thing is, you can get a perk on the lockpicking skill tree that makes your lockpicks unbreakable. Besides, the key is kinda underwhelming. When Mercer Frey was using it during the Thieves Guild questline, he was able to unlock many different types of doors. Doors that require special keys to unlock it, puzzle doors, dragon claw doors. Then when you get it, the key is nerfed, and you can't do all the things that it could do earlier. If you ask me, it would be better off sticking to regular lockpicks instead of this one. Number 15, Savior's Hide. As cool as this armor looks, it is not as good compared to others, mainly because it doesn't come with a full set. So no boots, no gloves, no headpiece. Yes, I know that's a bit of a nitpick, but I want everything to match. Is that so much to ask? Anyhow, back to the armor, it has an enchantment that gives the wearer a 15% increase to magic resistance and 50% increase to poison resistance. To be honest, I think the enchantments for the Savior Hide are not that great. It might be useful for facing off against the Falmer, but objectively speaking, there are better armors you could use. Number 14, the Runeful Axe. Out of all the weapons on the list, the axe is arguably the worst one. And for the record, the Runeful Axe technically is not considered to be a Daedric artifact, so it won't be counted towards the Oblivion Walker achievement. The only reason why it's on the list is to cover my bases. Someone would make a comment saying that I forgot it, so here you go. The axe is lousy, it has an enchantment that does 20 points of stamina damage. Not that impressive. Also, it swings a lot slower compared to other weapons, so there's that. Next, number 13, the Mask of Clavicus Vile. The better item to get in the same quest where you can get the Runeful Axe. The mask makes it where prices are 20% better, increases your speech by 10 points, and makes your magicka regenerate 5% faster. The magicka regen is whatever in all honesty, but the enchantment to your speech is nothing to scoff at. If you're one of those people who really love to barter, the mask may be something you want to invest in, though I wouldn't use it for combat purposes. Number 12, the Sanguine Rose. This floral looking staff summons a level Daedra to come out and fight for you for 60 seconds, meaning if you're being overwhelmed in a fight, you can summon a Daedra and have it be a meat shield. Though, if you're high level, the Daedra you summon might come in handy in combat. The only thing about the Rose is that you can only have one Daedra summoned at a time, meaning you have to wait for the 60 seconds to pass or have your summon be killed. Number 11. The Ring of Nermeena. If this ring is worn, it will increase the wearer's stamina by 50 points and will let you eat corpses, meaning that it makes you a cannibal. While feeding on corpses, it will increase both your health and health regeneration for a whopping total of 5 minutes. This is a useful artifact if you have no quarrels about eating people, then by all means, go right ahead. Is it something I would use? No, because eating people's kinda messed up. Number 10. Mehrunes Razor. This dagger is known by many names: the Dagger of the Final Wounds, the Bane of the Righteous, and the Kingslayer. All befitting names for a weapon belonging to Mehrunes Dagon, the most infamous of the Daedra. This dagger may look unassuming upon first glance, but be warned, it can kill you in an instant, because any hit with this dagger has a small chance to kill you instantly, regardless of how much health you have or what level you are. What is the percentage chance? 1.98%. It may not be much, but it is still dangerous. Let me tell you a story. I was in a dwarven ruin, and I snuck up on a centurion. It didn't activate yet, so I pulled out the dagger and boom! Killed it instantly. RN Jesus was with me that day, and it is a day I will never forget. Number 9. Volden. You want me to bring the hammer down? Well, this bad boy, I am more than willing. Known as the Hammer of Might, Volden is an incredibly powerful weapon. It is the perfect tool if you're playing a warrior who specializes with two-handed weapons. Its enchantment absorbs 50% of stamina from the target and gives it to the user, meaning that any power attack you do, the stamina consumed will replenish you, making it to where you can do even more power attacks. One thing to take into account is that Volden swings just as fast as a greatsword, making it do more damage a second compared to other warhammers in the game. Number 8. Ebony Mail. Heavy armor designed for stealth. Something that I would never say, but it is the truth. Ebony Mail makes it to where you move more quietly, basically giving it the muffle enchantment. But that's not all. It will also damage anybody that gets too close, with a poison effect causing 5 points of damage per second. This effect will only activate while crouching or during combat, and every enemy type is susceptible to its effects, including dwarven automatons, draugr, and vampires, all of whom are immune to poison. However, this is one drawback. The poison effect attacks anyone within close proximity to you, meaning that followers, allies, and civilians can be harmed by it, so use this armor at your own peril. Number 7. The Oakma Infinium. Alright, some of you may say, really? I put the Oakma Infinium this high up? You're damn right I did. This book is one of the best items you can get. Yes, it may be a one-time use item, but so what? That doesn't matter, because the benefits more than make up for it. When you read it, it will increase any 6 skills of your choosing, whether it be the Path of Might, Path of Shadow, or Path of Magic. And which path you choose, those skills under it will increase by 5 whole levels. Whether you want to increase skills that you're proficient in or have not worked on, the book will make it easy for you. Not to mention, who doesn't want a few extra skill points? Number 6. The Skull of Corruption. A staff fueled by the dreams of sleeping people. Nothing gets more metal than that. The skull is able to do 20 points of damage to a target. However, if you collect dreams from others, that damage will increase to 50, as long as dreams are stored in it. The skull is at its most effective when it's used against a group of enemies, since one blast can damage multiple opponents. As much as I like the character of Erendur, the Skull of Corruption isn't something that you should wave off immediately. The skull is a damn fine good weapon, and this is coming from a guy who doesn't like staffs. Number 5. Spellbreaker. There aren't that many enchanted shields in the game, but this one right here takes the cake on both appearance and ability. I really like the design of Spellbreaker. It kind of looks like a satellite dish, don't you think? The dwarves were really creative when it comes to their weapons and technology. Anyhow, back to the shield. Spellbreaker, as the name implies, breaks spells. While blocking, it creates a ward that protects against spells up to 50 points, making it the perfect defense tool when dealing with mages and dragons, since it also blocks all breath attacks. If you are a mage, I would recommend getting Spellbreaker, because you won't have to drain all your magicka to create a ward that will only last for 3 seconds? All you need to do is raise your shield, and that's it. Number 4. The Mace of Molag Bal. We all want to dominate over our opponents, and I can't think of a better weapon than the Mace of Molag Bal, the Daedric Prince of Domination himself. This intimidating mace that strikes fear onto those who see it deals 25 points of damage to the target's stamina and magicka, and is also enchanted with Soul Trap. If the target dies within 3 seconds, it will fill a soul gem. With how many charges this mace can go through, that is a good thing to have. It is a good weapon to have for debilitating enemies because it will make their attacks weaker over time. Now, finish them! Number 3. Dawnbreaker. I do not like Meridia. Her and her damn beacon can unconditionally go screw themselves. But I have to say, that sword is worth the hassle. Dawnbreaker is the weapon you want to take with you when exploring tombs and ancient crypts. Why do I say so? It is the ideal weapon you want to kill the undead. It does 10 points of fire damage to whoever it hits, and if it is used to kill an undead, there's a chance that will cause a fiery explosion that can damage and destroy nearby undead. Since a good majority of dungeons you're going to explore are going to have Draugr and skeletons inside, Dawnbreaker is a good thing to have. It can also help with the Dawnguard DLC because, you know, vampires. All around, it is a damn fine sword. Number 2. The Waba. This one is self-explanatory. This staff is unpredictable. It can disintegrate you, turn you into literally anything. A rabbit, a sweet roll, a bunch of gold coins, a Daedra. Hell, it can make you invisible, heal you, paralyze, be a fireball. Anything can happen. Maybe nothing happens. Who knows? The sky's the limit and this thing is overpowered. Number 1. The Ebony Blade. This is my favorite weapon in the game and what I believe to be is the best Daedric artifact. With this giant katana, or Nodachi if you want to get technical with it, absorbs the life essence of foes. Unlike other weapons that are able to absorb health points, the Ebony Blade has unlimited charges, meaning you do not need to use a soul gem on it. Instead, you can actually increase the power of it. To do so, you need to kill characters that consider you to be a friend, or have a positive view towards you. With each person you kill, the power of the blade will increase. You can go from absorbing 10 health points to absorbing 30. You can see why I would make this my number 1 pick. There you go, that's all the Daedric artifacts ranked, from worst to best. What do you think is the best artifact? Who's your favorite Daedric prince? Mine is our resident Cthulhu boy, Hermaeus Mora, with Mephala as a close second. Between you and me, I think her voice is sexy. Anyhow, tell me in the comment section down below what you think. Now if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and make sure you subscribe for more of that good old Skyrim of content. Now until next time, I'll catch you all on the flip side.